All right. Excuse me. Now we have done the official broadcast on. So here we go. I want to thank you for joining me this morning from the different countries where you are calling in from. And let's see. If you are watching this program or you are listening in from anywhere in the world, if you know of any um, website or any program out there for doing live streaming, which is whereby I can stream live to many people around the world, not just, and it is not limited to a few minutes or 40 minutes or 1 hour. Sometimes we have long programs. That's why we use Ustream. So if you know something better than Ustream, then we will do that. Maybe the best thing also that we can do is um, for us to do Facebook Live to see whether that will work for us. Facebook Live, we'll see how we can do that. Maybe that will be better than this, and then those who wanna watch it live can just go to Facebook and key in with us. I will try and see whether that will work this morning, but I don't think that is working on Windows yet. I'm going to experiment with that and see what's the alternative. But if you find something better, please do email me or call 316-665-4400 or email me directly, idikaimary2000@gmail.com. Now let's go for our morning prayer. First Samuel chapter 1 verse 21. And the man Elkanah and all his house went up to offer unto the Lord the yearly sacrifice and his vow. Let's stop there. It was very common, and I have seen something in the Bible that really make me to take making a covenant, being faithful, because making covenant is a way that you keep yourself in check. I've found that everywhere in the Bible, in I call the Bible in the book of miracles. Everywhere in this book of miracles, where you see people or anyone made a vow, they always carry it out. And if it was a vow made before God, God always comes in to give them what they are looking for. And they also always give God what God is looking for. So listen very carefully. It says that after Samuel was born, the father, Elkanah, decided that, every year they go to Shiloh to go and, let's see what they did. They always go there to worship and to offer sacrifices. But this particular year, they decided he also was going to take care of the vow that he has made. Now, we never hear anywhere throughout 1 Samuel chapter 1. We never hear anywhere where Elkanah made a vow. I want you, whenever you read the Bible, to just slow down so that you find out what is going on here, so that you can apply it. You read the Bible primarily. The Bible is not a book that prepares you to go to heaven. I'm just letting you know this. The relationship with Jesus you receive that begins with being born again makes you to belong to heaven already. That's what it is. The Bible, the book of miracles, is the voice of God and the acts of God and the voices of human beings and their acts in human history. Both the humans and God, you are hearing their story. You are hearing their stories so that you can release what is good about the story into your bodies for health, for beauty, for longevity. And not only that, so as to release the word into your mind so that you can become creative, productive, branch out, have a brand name, services, and then you release it into your spirit so that you are open to knowing and seeing. Where did we read that Elkanah vow a vow? He did not vow a vow. We didn't see it was Hannah that vowed a vow. So why is he saying here, and to fulfill his vow? Vow to who? Esther, are you sleeping?
No.
All right. Get a little bit away from there because your breathing is very hard. Are you okay? Your breathing is very, very strong. Are you having a cold? Are you okay?
No, it's somebody that's breathing like that here. I'm in the living room. It's
Oh,
somebody that's breathing here.
okay.
It's you. Stop breathing like that. He was sleeping. I'm breathing so hard that I can make from here.
Yeah, because I was wondering whether there was a small elephant in that house. Okay. Right. Listen to this. Where is it that Elkanah vowed a vow? It wasn't Elkanah that vowed a vow. It was Hannah that made a vow. And God responded to that vow. Lord, I got everything I need in life. But there's one thing that if I have it, I will be satisfied. And I want you to give me that thing, and that was a child. See, when it comes to the area of having a baby, also, when you are born in the wrong side of history, your family, they are not wealthy. So the best thing that you do is to break the forces and to act differently from how people in your generation they've acted. Is to look for ways to do things differently. If people in your family love to relax, they love to eat and sleep, you decide that you are not going to live that way. If there is a particular sickness in your family, you're going to decide that that sickness is not going to run on you. And if it's already running on you, you're going to do something desperate and aggressive to stop it. Do not accept anything that is not going to profit you in this world. Don't accept it. Where did Elkanah make a vow? Elkanah didn't make a vow. It was Hannah that made a vow. What are we learning from here? What are we getting from here? From the moment Hannah broke out, listen, it was not Elkanah that made a vow. It was Hannah that made a vow. But here we hear that he is going up to Shiloh to fulfill his vow. Which vow? Does it mean that there are many things that are not did not synchronize systematically in the Word of God? Yes, there are. So, does it mean that two things happen here? That when Hannah made a vow, that vow was also binding on her husband. She told her husband about the vow that she has taken. Does it mean that before Hannah went into the temple to ask God to give her a child, a male child for that matter, that it was an agreement between her and her husband, and that she and her husband decided that they are going to make a vow and that they will fulfill that vow? Because remember that there were rituals that has to do with when a woman has the first child. There are things that you have to perform according to the Jewish biblical tradition. There were some sacrifices that has to be fulfilled. But this one was a special child. Special in the sense that this baby is coming from where it was impossible to have a baby. Now, many of you fit into this category. You do not fit into, physically speaking, that is, by birth, sometimes by race. Other races have overpowered. Events of life has overpowered. And so poverty runs, no matter how educated the people become. You see lawyers, you see doctors, and still they'll be poor. Have you ever been with a medical doctor in your family or a surgeon, and after a while they become poor? They go back and become mama's babies. Have you seen lawyers who also are broke? That's true. Bankers who are broke.
I have.
Yeah, I too. So let me tell you, being wealthy has absolutely nothing to do with education. Absolutely nothing to do with race or tribe. It has nothing to do with your professional life. Education and professionalism, they are just tools for riches. Because I've seen people who never went to school, and they are wealthier and they are better. I'll give you another example. I have seen people Now, let me speak about women here. I have seen women who just finished secondary school, that is high school, but they know how to put their life together and they look beautiful. And then I've seen those who went to college, have a PhD, and they look like bums. I'm serious. They don't know how to dress. They can't, if you give them, either a decorative or an ordinary cosmetic to put on, they don't know how to use it. They don't know the differences about shoes, what to wear for spring, for summer, for autumn, fall, or for winter. They have no idea. They don't know how to balance a checkbook, how to put or how to invest money. They don't know when an opportunity is in front of them to seize it and make money out of it. They have no idea. And then you see somebody who is a college dropout, somebody who just have high school or a secondary school education, and they know all these things. They are smart, they are fast, they understand life better. What makes somebody rich and live long and enjoy life is whether you have survival skills. Survival skill is the passion, the drive that will give you everything. That's why when you look at when dogs are born and kittens, you see how they fight for survival. Also, when you look at owls and the eagle families, animal generally, survival is very, very important. Somebody was saying that why is it that those lawyers who went to law school, and while they were in law school, they were already in business, trying to make money. And by the time they finish law school, many of them have third-class degrees. They just managed to finish that degree and they graduate. They were not very good at the book things, but they are very smart in knowing how to win a case. And those who are the first class, who really, they master the books, don't ever go to give your problem to those lawyers. Many a time, the lawyers that are really masters of the book, they are very good. Those ones end up being professors at the universities. They don't make very good judges because they are not practical. They are book-oriented. I would rather want to see somebody who is book-oriented and also very practical. But many a time you see the ordinary lawyer who is not really book-oriented, very savvy in everything, but they know the loopholes. They know how to win a case for you. They do not just sign the paper. They know how to fight. Those are the lawyers that become wealthy. Doctors who stick to the book, they don't make money. But doctors who knows the alternatives to solving your problems, and then later they open their own clinic while they are also working for a bigger hospital. Those are the ones who understand investment. How to turn what you have into cash. That's what we are talking about. How to turn your education into business. Many people simply become housewives or house husbands, and they do not know how to turn a marriage into a business. See, that's the difference. Hannah here became the champion of the family. That's what we are getting here. The husband is going up with everybody and Hannah, and we are going to see that Hannah is not going to go. From the time that that woman look at the husband and realize that she wants more than sex, she wants more than I love you, I'm always here for you, am I not better than tensions? When she look at that man, when she look at the husband, and then made that decision that he's not enough for her, that she needs something better than that. She needs more. She needs more in life. When she made that decision that she needs more out of life. All right, hold on. When she made that decision that she needs more out of life, Hannah took over the family. There is also a possibility. There's also a possibility. You already know from the subsequent series that we've done that life was made very difficult for her. There is a big possibility that when she went into that temple and made her vow, and I believe that that is the real thing that happened. When she went into that temple and made her vow, the prayer was her vow was her prayer. When she came out, she told her husband, and I am persuaded to know that she made this vow known to her husband only when she became pregnant. Are you aware that when Rebecca went to find out about the children in her womb, she never told Isaac about it? For those of you women who want to, everything that happened to you, you want to tell your man, you want to tell your husband. I want you to be aware of how women of the Bible handle business. There is a place for you to take care of business. Abigail would not have had her kids Nabal would have lost his head and lost his family, but for a smart and wise wife, Abigail, who ended up being David's wife. When she went to meet David and brought David food and drinks and fed David's soldiers, she never told her husband. There is a place where secrecy is needed for your survival, where your husband or your wife do not know what's going on. Because of the way they were brought up, because of the outlook in life, you have to look outside for solution to your problems. And without telling them, without telling your husband or your wife. Because we don't see anywhere where Hannah went to go and have discussion with the husband about her going to pray. They were supposed to, the husband was supposed to be the leader, the spiritual leader of the family. And that's who he is. But now we found somebody else who understands the supernatural world and how it affects the physical planet. more than the husband, and that is Hannah. So now we now see that the woman carried the power, the supernatural power. The man performed the ritual, but the woman carried the power. This is very strange. That's what we are finding in the story of Hannah. For those of you who want to follow a husband or a wife who don't understand how the power structure runs, your husband doesn't know anything about real estate, and he wants to be the one to go and buy houses and run it down for you. He doesn't know anything about business, how to run or manage a neighborhood store or a product selling store, or other kinds of stores and gas stations. He doesn't know anything about how to manage a hotel or a motel, or how to manage people. No customer relations. It's one of the things I have checked out the Muslim stores or stores for people from, say, Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, all those kind of places, Syria, in my city, or people from China, Korea. I've checked out their businesses in my city. And whenever I go to any city to do my meetings, I always check out those businesses that belong to those kinds of people, their gas stations, to see whether they understand. 99.5% of those kind of people do not know anything about public relations, human relations, customer service. It is zero. Zero. Whether in New York or in California, in Los Angeles, or whether in Wichita, Kansas, where I am. Zero. That's what I give them. They don't know how to talk to people. Nothing. Especially those from the Muslim community. Zero. Those from the Hindu communities. Zero. They have no idea. You go to do your nails at the Vietnamese, with the Vietnamese nail people. Customer relations, customer service, public relations, zero. They don't know it. I mean, they would like to engage you and talk. The Vietnamese people, they would like to talk, ask you whether you are married and so on, because they want somebody to marry anyway. Or ask you about your family. They are just doing that because that's what they've been told to do, so that they feel comfortable doing your nails. But as for really customer service, public relations, zero. They don't know it. They don't know anything about business, and yet they are the ones who are having businesses. And you who understand the right way of approach to life, you don't have any of those businesses. See, that's why those who understand these things are the one who should be having the business. But because you are comfortable, you don't want the money, it all comes to how bad you want something. See, when Hannah made a vow, let me tell you what heaven told me about this particular verse number 21. When Hannah made a vow to God, that vow became binding on Elkanah and on her family. That's the family of Elkanah, the family of Hannah and Peninnah. Because immediately Hannah conceived, she told her husband the vow that she has taken. She has made a vow. So this is not just like Penina having children. There's something else attached to this baby. And the husband now took this vow as his vow also. Many of you women need to learn from Hannah that your money many a times is not going to come from your husband. And that's one thing you have to guard against. If a man doesn't, from the word go, while dating the man, if the money is not there, if the money is not coming in, and you are not allowed to protect and to administer that money, walk away. Walk away. Women who are born natural leaders and have been trained to be leaders and have proven that they are able to do it must seize the opportunity to lead their families. Your elder brother who cannot even take care of himself, he's not the one that should be leading a family. My elder brother calls me to remind me that he is my elder brother. And I told him, you cannot be my elder brother when you do not know how to handle money. You cannot use being an elder brother to come and destroy my life. Somebody being your father or your mother, your uncle, your auntie, blood ties should not be used to destroy your life. Buy us a car, you buy them a car. Send us to school, you send them to school. And after they've done all of this, what is your profit? Zero. You find them a job. They stay there for 2-3 days. They give you a reason why they don't want to work. So that they keep looking up to you to take care of them. And it is your place to stop those kinds of habits. Do not enable people who should not be enabled. Now, the husband of Hannah is now going to Shiloh to go and perform the vow. That Hannah has put the family into. Now let me share with you what that vow also means. The vow of Hannah that has become also the vow of the husband. It is your place as a man or as a woman to go out there and find investments and find something that is going to prosper the family and bring it home. We have passed that generation, that civilization, where the man is the hunter, the woman is the one that is rearing children and doing a little garden at the back. We've passed that stage. Majority of women in my generation are the hunters. They now hunt with men. And if your man or your husband does not feel comfortable about you joining the men to go and hunt for money and material resources, for education, for businesses, then leave such a man or leave such a woman if they don't feel comfortable. If all they want to do is to put you in the bedroom and have sex with you every day and you cook their food and clean, then you have to let go of such man. And if all the man wants to do is to make babies out of you, and he's not bringing any money, you need to let that kind of man go. You are not bound by the law of marriage that till death do us part. Till death do not do us part. I can cure people of different kinds of sickness. I can do deliverance on people. But I cannot cure people of foolishness and stupidity. Being dumb, I cannot cure people of being dumb and stupid. Being an idiot is a sickness you cannot cure. Being insecure is a sickness that you cannot cure. Esther, are you listening to this? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
I cannot cure idiots. I cannot cure stupidity. I cannot cure people who are dumb. When I mean dumb, I'm not talking about people who cannot talk, but just being foolish. Is the easiest thing for me to do in my ministry is when you stand before me and you have a demon. I don't even need to do anything. When they see me, they start manifesting and they go away. Demons beg me that I shouldn't say a word. They are ready to leave the person. I mean, they will speak through the person's mouth and say, they will call me by name because demons knows me. They know me by name. They know the generation I've come. They know my family history. I know them. They know me. Lucifer knows me. Queen of the Coast knows me. Baal knows me. They knew Jesus. So why do you think they don't know you? And you are afraid of those things. Whereas those things are afraid of me. The husband was there, didn't understand what covenant means. But he is in the covenant community. And the person who understood how to use the power of a covenant and make a vow that will make God to, whether God liked it or not, to do what he must do for this woman was Hannah, not the husband. These are the kind of women that I enjoy being around. That's why I enjoy being around people like Ladry or people like Big G. I'm not going to talk about the rest because there are many of you out there. If the person you are with cannot give you a breakthrough, then break through yourself. Abigail did it. Ruth and Naomi did it. You don't hear Pentecostal and evangelical and Bible thumping, Bible reading and preachers talking about the story of Ruth and Naomi. They should be outraged about the story of Naomi telling Ruth to go and sleep with Boaz. To go there and talk to him. Go and talk to him that he should marry you. Yeah, that's not how women should do business. That's not ladylike. Oh, it's not ladylike, huh? And somebody else go and marry the man and enjoy the money. And enjoy jets. And enjoy good things. And you are there praying. You pray till you die. There is a place for prayer. And there is a place for you to move and do what you have to do. To survive. And pastors don't want to tell you women this. Or you men this. Pastors should be outraged against Abigail. Why should she not inform her husband before she goes and spend all that money on David? And yet it was because of Abigail that David spared going to kill Abigail's husband, Nabal the fool, and wipe out all the males in his family. Same Abigail stopped David from doing it. Women who are not waiting for God to give them a breakthrough, they went to God and grabbed the breakthrough. I I told you guys the story of a lady whose only brother was to be put in jail and to stay in death row. And she came to court that day that the decision was to be made, wearing a short skirt, a see-through. And she sat in the front row. And she knew that the judge was I think currently recently the judge lost his wife to whether death or cancer or something. And this judge was still good-looking man. And the woman says, so what? So she wore short skates. And you can see through to her something. You can see her underwear, her panty. And she wore this sexually. I mean, God has given women charm. And given men hunting skill. And now women have the same hunting skill. Right from the days of Eve. It's only that men do not want women to exercise this because they know a lot of women can do it better. This woman went to court and sat at the very front row. And the judge began the case and could not concentrate on the case because his eyes was going towards the woman something. This beautiful lady, what's she doing in court? She should be a model somewhere. So the judge postponed the case till the afternoon. And when the case was postponed, the lady followed the judge. And the security of the judge says to the lady, you want to see the judge? Did the judge have a schedule a meeting? She said, yes. It's not a lie. It's survival skill. She said, yeah. And so they let her into the judge chamber. And she sat there and started crying and said, that's my only brother. And I know him. What do you see happen is he's been framed for this. If you decide the case against him, I believe that there is a God in heaven who will judge you and this state for making a decision that you are not supposed to make. And then, by the way, he said, I recently heard that your wife passed away. I'm very sorry to hear that. But I'm also here to tell you that I'm available. I can be the best lover you ever want. I can thrill you. Oh boy, you need to see what I can do. I'm the best cook. I know how to dress you and you'll be better than this. The girl was really bold. I'm not that well educated, but I'm educated in so many other ways. I know how to handle money. And the judge could not stand it because the perfume of this girl was so sweet. The judge said, can I have your hand? And the judge kissed the girl's hand. The girl knew that I got you. Hook, line, and sinker. Sucker! She got him. And the girl and the judge, they talk about other things. And the girl made the move. I don't want to say it. The afternoon case was different. The judge told the court that he is going to take a second look at the issue. And in the next 2 weeks, he will make his decision. Everybody was stunned. And when that 2 weeks came, the case was completely different. And the judge dismissed the case for lack of evidence. Even if they have made strong evidence, the police brought strong evidence, they did that, the judge found fault in each of these evidences. Why will he not find fault? It's not that he did it because of the girl, but you should also know that the influence of the girl is now involved. And because of it, the judge now looked at other evidences that were not considered in the case. And at the end of the day, the person who did the real thing was caught, and the person confessed. Because a girl was willing to put her life on the line and use all the skills God has given to her. Her charm. That's what I say to you girls. You are going to get a job. Don't just put on your makeup. Put on your charm. If you don't know how to have a charm, call me. And I will manufacture one. I will create a charm and put it on you. So that wherever you go into, that charm take over that place and take over every man and woman in that place. And they will like you, and they don't even know why they like you anyway. I gave clothing to people. Few years ago, I gave shoes, clothing to people. After that, clothing and shoes and perfumes and jewelries and watches just followed me. I can't wait for God to bless me with jets so that I can give jets to people with more cars. I've already given 2 cars since I came to America. I've already given 2 cars to people for free. I've sent many people to school. Caucasians, Asians, Africans. I can't wait to start reaping a big harvest. I want to have more cars to give away. Because at a particular season, something will happen. Cars begin to follow you. Jets begin to follow you. I've given so much money away to solve other people's problems. And I'm waiting for my season when money will just pursue me. There's a place where you pursue money. But then there is a place where money will then pursue you the rest of your life. There was a time I didn't have nothing. Because I come from a family where there is nothing. What I thought was a first-class life, when I came to America, I knew it was poverty anyway. What we are reading here, and his vow, is that his wife, what the wife did, became binding on the husband. It became the wife's vow also. And Elkanah was not the kind of, you will tell me, hey, the reason why Elkanah is not insecure is because he also has a second wife. No, that's not the truth. Hannah now became the leader, the voice behind the husband, the power behind the husband, the money behind the husband. The breakthrough behind the husband became Hannah. And if a man is insecure and doesn't want you to be the power behind him, the power in him, then you should leave such a dirty bastard alone. Men who are not secured should be left alone. If they suffer from insecurity complex, insecurity syndrome, let them go. If a woman suffers from that, let them go. If you are not secured, if you go out there to go and fight for money, fight for cars, fight for investment, houses, real estate, and your man is insecure, let that sucker go. Let the sucker go. Because men and women who are suckers, who are insecure, have nothing to show in life. They have nothing to show in life. They are there to control you, control what you bring, and they themselves cannot bring anything. It's Hannah who went to the temple to go and bring a child out of the temple. That's how the child came. Hannah went to the temple. She did not go to the hospital, to the maternity ward to go and bring a child. She went first to the temple to go and get the child. Do you know where you can go to go and get and bring what your family need? Do you know where the money is? And now Elkanah is ready because God has given him what Hannah has asked for. What Hannah has asked for. has now blessed Elkanah. Now he's going to fulfill his vow. He's going to offer the sacrifices that has to do with this vow of Hannah. And you can imagine how small Peninnah looked, how sad she looked, because she thought she and her children have the future. Do not allow anybody to take your future. Don't allow anybody to bound your future with chains. Break out. Seize the breakthrough. People want you to settle for little or nothing, and that makes them happy. Don't let other people decide how your life begins and how it's gonna end. You should be the one to make those decisions. Excuse me. I am so sick and tired of women who are gifted in business. They have a house to buy somewhere else. They have a business to pursue somewhere else. And their man hold them hostage. You cannot get, you must go with me. That's why I'm mad about the Arab world, where the woman cannot go, cannot drive herself, cannot fly her own jet. They have to make decision for the woman for everything, as though the woman is Tata. Esther, what do we mean by Tata? Tell them. What is Tata? Baby. The woman is a child. You have to make decision for her. She cannot go and buy a cup of coffee across the street. A man must go with her to watch her, as though she's Tata. Are you serious? In the 21st century? Women should not go to school. And yet you go to the family of all those monarchs, all those kings ruling the Arab world. Who are they? Are they marrying Arab women? No. They are marrying American women. They are marrying African Americans. They are marrying Caucasian Americans. They are marrying Europeans. And all the women they are marrying are doctors, dentists, pharmacists, bankers, lawyers. Osama bin Laden was marrying a lawyer. A criminal was marrying a lawyer. Can you imagine that? And one of his wives was not even a Muslim woman. It was a Jewish woman. They go and get the best anywhere in the world, and yet they tell their people not to get it. You go to Las Vegas, and you see them come there to come and have sex and drink and gamble, and their book of religion ban those things. Some of the big casinos and hotels in the world are built by those families, those monarchs. And yet they will tell you not to do those things. See how smart they are? They stop their people from doing business and having money, and yet they and their families are doing what they tell you not to do. And they are making money forever. They make it big and they give you a nickel and a dime and you are happy. And they tell you it's about Allah. Who tell you that it's about Allah? What has Allah got to do with it? And who is Allah, by the way? Allah is those kings and their families. Who is fooling who? Don't allow anybody to use religion to fool you anymore. We've had enough of this religious witchcraft, church witchcraft. Enough is enough of church witchcraft. Enough is enough of Islamic witchcraft, Hinduism witchcraft, political witchcraft. Enough is enough. It's almost like when I look at some of the so-called pastors in America, see that they are all witches. Most of them are witches. They've learned the art of manipulating, and you can buy them. That's why I'm a businessman, so that I can buy those suckers and use them and dump them at my expense. Because all you need to do is give them money, and they shut their mouth, and you run your business. And that's why businessmen have known how to use pastors and politicians. They've known how to do it. You use them, you dump them. Because that's what they are good for. And businessmen have been doing it for a long time. They dictate how it goes. And that's what they do. The first people that politicians and businessmen buys are pastors. They buy them and they shut them down so that they don't say anything to their congregation. And that's why Donald Trump is successful, because he knows how to buy people. That man will go hungry as long as he can buy people and control them. Let's get back to business here. I want God to give me mighty women of valor like Hannah. Women who are go-getters, who are not waiting for their husbands. I don't care whether you have 10 kids from that marriage. If there is no money in that marriage, get out. Because there are only 2 reasons why you get married or you're in a relationship: to create happiness and to create wealth, money. If wealth is not being created and money is not being created, happiness is not being created, get out. They do not do you part or whatever they say. In fact, I don't read those things. When I'm wedding people, I don't read those things to them. I read, be blessed, subdue, rule, have dominion, multiply, add something good to this earth. And then I anoint them. And then I pronounce a curse on each of them. And then I pronounce the blessing on each of them. You guys have never come to see the way I wait people. I give them time to think about it. Because before I put the rings on each of them, I am the one that put the rings on each of them before I remove it and give it to the man to put on the woman and the woman to put it on the man. I don't follow the normal tradition of the church, and Renee knows it. I don't. And I will tell everybody that come to that wedding, if any of you come to this wedding to just come and observe so that you can destroy it, you won't last more than 7 days. You better get out of this place. I tell the man, if you take this your silly dick and go and put in another woman, you will die in that place where you go to have that sex. The same thing with the woman. If you feel that this marriage is not working, there is no happiness, there is no money in it, get out of it. Then this curse will not come upon you. If you are into this marriage to make money and go and give to your brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers, a curse is going to come upon you. Everything gonna be discussed between you and the man between you and the woman. You cannot go behind her back to go and be making babies elsewhere. The money that you are getting from her salary, you are taking to take care of your own mother and father and brothers and sisters. A curse will come upon you. And women love it. They shout at the top of their voice, hallelujah. They love it. If you go back to your old girlfriend to go and start having sex with them, you will die in that girlfriend's house. And the women will shout, hallelujah. I know, Rosalind, you like that. You like it. Victoria, you like it, don't you? You like that. Every money that man makes, that man bring that money to you. Hallelujah. So this is where we want to end this for today. Go out there and do something that will be binding on everybody in the family. You are now the spiritual leader of your family. And those who become spiritual leaders of their families become financial leaders as well. And you will see that that is what Hannah became. Elkanah now need Hannah because Hannah now is the power person in the family. When she says something, heaven listens. The person who can make heaven listen and do what no man can do for you and no woman can do for you, that's the person that you should listen to. Lizzie, this message this morning is for you. Because your culture, you and Ruby, and the rest of you from India, your culture is a male-dominated culture, but I'm going to break that through both of you. You're going to break it. We are going to break it. Malia, we are going to break the male-dominated culture of Asia. We are breaking it. Yeah, we have to. We are not saying that the male do not have giftedness, but where they are not gifted, they should not stop you, the woman. Why do you think that I have problem? If I have a wife and she has a business to pursue in Singapore, in Thailand, in China, in Russia, in Israel, in United Arab Emirates, in America, in Canada, in England, in Germany, in Portugal, in Spain, Switzerland, Holland, Denmark, Sweden. Why should I have a problem with it? Come on, bring that money home. That woman should be worshipped like a goddess because she knows the way. She knows where the things are. You women should go and learn the way of elephants. Go and learn the way of elephants. Because elephants are ruled by women. Go and learn the ways of the hyenas. They are ruled by women. Go and learn the ways of the wolves. Most of them are ruled by the women. I'm looking for alpha women in my ministry.
Wow.
I'm looking for alpha women in my ministry. Because the 21st century is the century of the alpha women. That's all I can tell you guys. I'm looking for mighty women of valor in my ministry. I'm not just looking for any woman. Mighty women of valor. Wherever you are, whether you're a millionaire, a billionaire, I want you in my life and I want you in my ministry. I'm not praying for you this morning because what we've said is the prayer. Father, I release the word that has been cast this morning into our spirit. I release the forces, the power, the thrones of Jesus out of our spirit into this present world to rule and reign today, forever and ever. Raise for me alpha females. Raise for me alpha women of great valor, mighty women of valor, who will do great things that makes them to stand out. Not just people who talk about it. Amen. Amen. I now send out the spirit of mightiness and valor to come upon women in my generation And I be connected to such women from this day forward. Women who are fearless, bold, go-getters, breakthrough women, breakout women, breakthrough men, breakout men, mighty men of valor. That's what I'm looking for. And not just men who proud themselves for being males. And they are not alpha males. Please, if you are an alpha woman, you can only relate with alpha males. I am an alpha male. I might look gentle, sound gentle, but many of you who know me is when you cross my path, you won't like the other side of me. Because it's very brutal. When I say brutal, I'm not talking of physical aggression. I'm talking in terms of going to get what you want. Right now, I'm going slowly. There's a place where it will reach that you won't, you will be like, whoa. And I'm controlled. I control it. And the reason is because there are certain people that is supposed to do certain things for me. When once I get the numbers I want and I can trust them with those things, that's it. You have a very beautiful, beautiful Thursday. And God Almighty bless you, bless you, bless you again and again. Do not forget to keep me going in ministry, to keep me going here in my global mission. Go to my website, idikaimary.com or idikaimaryministry.com, and you will see the one that says give to Idika Mary Mission. That's the money you send to support me personally. If God asks you to buy me a car, right now we are looking for a home, a place where we can house our ministry headquarters. If you have a house that you want us to use to do that, please call me. 316-665-4400. If you want to donate a house. If you have cars you want to donate, please call 316-665-4400 and donate it to our ministry. Now, if you want to give to our ministry, go to the same website. You will find donation button to give. If you want to buy our product, it's still on the same website. We are not just selling ministry stuff, God stuff. We are also into other businesses. Go and buy our product. That's also a way that you support us. You can also give our ministry gift certificate to somebody. You email it to them. And they will buy our product. Especially Christmas is coming. I wish you a very wonderful and a happy day. And please, I do not want to catch any of my partner looking ugly. I want you to look very nice, smell good, look your best. Even if you are 70 years old, I want to see you dress young, look young, be young. Remember what I've just said. You know, if I hope you write it and send it to me. I want you to look young. I want you to be young, feel young, dress young, talk young, look young. Don't go about smelling like an old people in a nursing home. No, they keep them there. They don't take care of them. And they start smelling like old people. I don't like that smell. I hate it. It's not a smell that my partner should be. If I catch that smell on you, you're in big trouble. I will carry a big stick and whack you on the head. To maybe that will help return your senses back to you.
Oh, I'm with you, Bishop.
Good. You need to look young, dress young, look sexy. I don't care what people are saying. Oh, look at that one. She's 70. She's 80. She's 50, and she's trying to look like a teenager. Yes, I want all my women to be like teenagers and behave like teenagers, because teenagers have life. Next convention, you guys are going to see how Big G, how she dresses, or how Roslyn dresses, or how I dress Renee, how I dress her. I'm playing with words here. Or how I dress Ladry, or how I dress Big G. Because if I know, I mean, there are already some of you who are expert in those fields, like Ladry is an expert in fashion. Renee is an expert. But if I see that I don't like your dressing, I'm going to dress you. I am. Because I want, when the world see you, they know that you are. When they saw the disciples, they knew they were with Jesus. When they will see you, they will know that you are part of my craftsmanship. You are part of what I'm crafting on earth. It's not all the time that you should be wearing long skirts, looking like Amish people or looking like mother hen. With what? With hair tie that goes all the way to the back. Looking like older Mother Magdalene. All the time you're smelling like kitchen. Are you serious? And all you were born to do is to take care of your kids and grandkids till you die. And you think that's your job on the earth. No. I don't want that. I don't want that. You were not born for grandkids or for kids. You have your own life to live. You have your destiny to fulfill. I want at the age of 40, 50, that's when you really start looking good. Get your nails done. Put on makeup. Look so beautiful. That people, I mean, men are running after you at the age of 80, 70, 80. They are still running after you. Maintain what God has given to you. Don't let it die. Some men will wear the same white shirt with dark things all over the neck. And they think that's a sign of being old. And when they talk, their breath stinks so bad, you can't stand there. There's a place I used to go to have a haircut. I can't go there anymore. Because like every barber in that place stink. And somebody should tell them that we don't want to die of bad breath and body odor. Heaven is full of quality, smells of different scents. I want to leave it here today. We'll continue. I'm going to drill it until I saw a woman, she is 70, and she was wearing a short skirt. Oh, she looks so beautiful. With a white hair that went all the way to the back. I asked, how old are you? She said, you won't believe it. I'm 71. I said, you come here and give me a hug. And she came and hugged me. She left, the husband was there. She came and gave me a hug. She said, honey, did I not tell you? Honey, did I not tell you? That's what she was telling the husband. And the husband, his eyes just opened big. And he was looking. Because you'll be living with the same woman or the same man, so it doesn't mean anything to you anymore. You don't give the person no compliment, nothing. She's wearing a mini skirt at the age of 71 with a pump, a koi shoe. At that age, and she's looking beautiful. Her voice sounds good. I thought that's just amazing. And I look at the husband just looked like a total bum. I was ashamed. Oh, I'm old. We don't need all of that anymore. we are old. You know, when you get old, you just have to just let everything just be. With hair coming out, growing out of your nose like a storybook character. Hair everywhere in your head, scattered like a bubble head. Or like a drug lord. That's not fair. I'll see you tomorrow night and Saturday night. Bye bye.
Bye, Bishop. Thank you.
You're welcome.